What's up, YouTube? Yeah, what's up, YouTube? I was just cutting some brake metal. This brake metal goes under your seal pan. It's basically to cover any exposed wood, metal, or anything they don't want in there. Anything. This some dirty. This dirty right here. It come with layers just like this, and one on the bottom. I can feel that. I was cutting them, prepping them for these seal pans, these holes on the other side. We on the other side basically. But I basically put the, they call it flash too. I think flash or flask, or whichever one. It's brake metal though. That's what I think. You put the brake metal down right in front of that seal pan. The seal pan on top of it. These seal pans are 4.5 inches off this. The brake metal is 4 inches out. It's 4 inches out, which is, I wouldn't say it's normal. That's what they want. They're gonna end up putting some on the underside of the brake metal to so where, basically, if it's a cliff, it hangs over, and something will fill up all that where it hangs over. So if it hang over like that, something gonna go where my thumb is and fill it all up. This brake metal though, pretty simple. You cut it, size it up. I mean, shit, y'all should know how to use a saw. When you're cutting through metal, you want to take your time, not saw too fast. Here's how you want it to look. And then you peel it off, it look clean. Shit, this is basically West paper. We on the 4th floor. These seal pans right here, seal pans, depending on how long it is and how many frames come with it, depending on how many holes go. Your first holes are 2 inches away from your seal pan, 2 inches. Then if it's just 2 frames coming together for one, like if it's like that, like this, 2 frames coming together for one. You got 1, 2, and basically where that middle piece would be, you got 2 holes on the outside of those, or close to them. You know, really, okay, I mean, it's common sense. I mean, obviously, bam, like 2 holes right there. You can see the holes are right here with the shims holding down. Basically, so 4 go into a 2-frame one. If it's a 2-frame window, 4 holes at the bottom. Also, once again, this is my deep pocket. This is my deep pocket, but since this is like a double jam, a double deep pocket, we know automatically on this backside is my shallow. My shallow is my filler. And then we go back to a deep pocket. So if I'm inserting the glass, I go in this way first. And when you're inserting the glass and there's 2 people, somebody watches the top of the glass, the corners are the weakest, while the other drives it in 2. So it's a 2-man job. You shouldn't be looking at what the other person looking at. You got to focus on your own part. Just smaller brake metal. It's probably for the top, if needed. DT4, that means it go to the window D in the 4th floor. 94 3/4 is this measurement for it. If it was too tight, let's say if the shop got it wrong and it was just like an eighth, or maybe, you know, just a little bit too tight. I always say an eighth, but 1/8 to 3/16 too tight. You can take these end dams off. These end dams come. If you take these off, you have got to caulk the shit out of this motherfucker. You got to caulk it. So, I mean, you caulk it regardless, but if you take it out, you got to caulk it for real. These are your weep holes. So when I was telling y'all make sure the seal pan can never be like this if you set it. It can always tilt a little bit forward though, because the water got to come through these weep holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5. I ain't get that last one. Matter of fact, I see 5. I'm gonna just, take y'all around here. When it get windy, you gotta tie your glass off. You gotta tie it off, man. I work for architectural glass and waterproofing. This glass 66 pounds. But this black ring around it is caulk. And 2 panels of glass heated together. If this shit break, it's something. Hold on, it's up here. I can show y'all. If it breaks, this temp glass won't crack. Basically, I think this is heated pressure glass or whatever you want to call it. But we call it temp glass. Basic glass has been pressurized by heat, and the weakest parts are corners. If it was to break, it breaks, not crack. The other side of the glass is still intact, while the one that broke is obviously cracked up. It hold good though. The crack started from this side, if I'm not mistaken. The corners are the weakest spot. Yeah, I think it started from this side. It's pretty obvious. That little line right there. It hit the corner and bust completely. Still intact. I cut myself. Nah, I'm joking. We were setting these seal pans, man. I'm cutting the brake metal and I'm prepping it for them to do. Prep it. We almost done. We got DT4s, AT4s, ET4s, ET4, FT4s, big windows. DT4, AT4, those. Shit, yeah, man, it's gonna be my video for the day. I'm ready to go the fuck home. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta start getting to work on early or they're gonna fire me. I'm in the union, so yeah, I could get another job, but I like the guys I work with, so gotta get better at getting up on time, being more organized. I probably record myself leaving out in the morning to motivate myself. But just remember to cut this slow. I would include an A for the blade. So if you want 95 and a half, you would go to 95 and I can say it without the goddamn. Basically 95 and 1016. 1016 is 5/8 if I'm not mistaken. So if you wanted 95 and a half, you go to 95 and 5/8. And the reason I gotta do 1016 divided by like 2 is 5 and hold on. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying. 5/8 times 2 is 1016. I just divided it by 2. I can do it quicker in my mind than when I speak on it. So I would cut it 95 and 5/8 because I'm including the 8 for my blade, and it should be 95 and a half. I would cut something right now because we got extra brake metal, but you never know how the job gonna go. You never know if you got to pull something up, you get bent up. So I'm not gonna touch none of this shit because I ain't got time for them blaming the apprentice. But I could test on this. So I might do something with this.